Hi everyone,
My name is Mark.
and I'm Adeline, and today we're going to be reviewing Card Clone by Big Blind Media.
Alright.
Okay, so what is Card Clone, right? It's basically a variation of the Color Monte.
Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
Color Monte.
Yeah.
So, for those of our viewers who don't know what Color Monte is, can you just explain the premise of it?
Okay. So Color Monte is basically kind of a three-card Monte, except that there is a kicker ending to it. So the usual find the odd card or find the queen, but with a kicker ending to it.
Right.
Yeah. And so the history of it, basically, it was created by Jim Temple.
Yep.
And was marketed by, I believe it was Emerson and West in 1974. So it's actually a pretty old premise already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been around on the market for a while.
Long time.
That's right. So for the card clone, basically it comes with 3 cards, okay? And there is the credit card. I'm going to show you guys the back as well. Okay, it's blue. And kind of a credit card kind of template on it. That's one.
Okay.
The second one is the exact same replica, except that it's got the words clone across it. Okay, and that's the second card.
The quality is actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And the third card is actually a I can't really describe what this is. Basically, there's 6 grids on the card, and you've got like keys, watches, and
Stack of
cash
money.
and stuff. Yeah, so it basically is in the presentation. You get the exact presentation
Okay.
in the instructions. Yeah, so the card quality is actually not so like USPCC. You can feel it, right? It's,
Yeah, it doesn't feel really like USPCC.
yeah, it's. I believe it feels more like a MPC kind of air linen finish.
Yeah.
So it's very decent, good quality still, but just not USPCC if you are very picky or iffy on that kind of card quality kind of thing. Yeah.
So, Adeline, you were mentioning that this is a so-called modern version of the Color Monte. What's the difference between this and the older one?
Okay, so it is actually a variation in presentation. If you have the Color Monte, it's actually exactly the same,
Okay.
but you're using different cards and the storyline is different.
So the only thing that has changed is the cards itself, the prop, and the entire story, which is why we have this.
Yeah, that's right. So the old story was kind of a gambling game. You're supposed to find the red dot,
Yeah.
and then
Or the
you end
queen
off
or whatever it is.
with a kicker that says now you owe the guy $14. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So
So
that's the original presentation, and this one is basically you're talking about how you have credit cards and with scams nowadays. It's no longer just like Monty scams. If you have ever seen those, we have.
We have.
We saw it in some other countries.
We can't name the country.
And so this presentation is a modern presentation of a scam kind of thing with the credit card, which is why you're using this card, and a
Yeah.
clone card. Yeah.
So, is the spectator supposed to follow the credit card or the clone credit card?
Okay, so this presentation, it's not so, it's a little bit different
Okay.
from the Color Monte in the sense that you're telling pretty much a story. In the old variation, or the old presentation, the Color Monte, the original one, the audience is kind of told to follow one card.
Yeah.
But this one is more like a story presentation where you talk about the credit cards and then it changes to a clone card and you're not sure where the clone card is or whether it's actually the real credit card.
I see.
So there's a little bit less of the, oh, do you know where the card is? Yeah. So it's more of a storytelling than interactive kind of thing.
So, on your own personal preference, do you prefer the storytelling way or the olden method?
I like both presentations. However, my preference lean towards the old Color Monte. Not because of the interaction actually, it was more because of the fact that these cards to me are pretty hard to follow.
Yeah, I see.
The reason being that I've actually performed this for an educated layman, meaning someone who's seen magic quite a bit, but she was still unable to follow the cards.
As
Or
in-
rather, it gets a little bit confusing for her.
Because the faces were too busy, or why was that?
I believe that was one of the problems. And with the Color Monte, it's actually easier to see the different cards. So you have like a red dot or a red diamond on a white card and a blue diamond on a white card. In this case though, you have two cards that look the same but with an additional word. But it's very, very busy.
Yeah.
And I think that because of the nature of this routine, the audience is trying to follow the cards. So it is mentally too taxing, which is why it gets a little bit confusing. Yeah.
All right, I get what you mean. So
Yeah.
now that we're talking about the two, the new and the old, let's talk about the pricing.
The old Color Monte, I did a quick search online. It's retailing at about US $6 to $8, anywhere between those kind of numbers. And the card clone, this variation, is retailing at US 15.
So US 15 for the gimmicks and also an online instruction.
Yes, it comes with instructions. So there's a URL to the video and there's a password for you. So the usual way, the instructions are well produced, no problems.
Okay.
So I mean, in terms of pricing, if you're talking about a routine that you would use in your close-up show or walk around and stuff like that, I would say it's actually pretty decent. I mean, considering that it's US 15 and quite a workhorse effect, because the magic is kind of, it just goes like bam, 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 and then there's a kicker. So it's pretty good. But if you compare it to the Color Monte, it seems a little bit on the expensive side, although I must profess to say that I have never actually seen the quality of the Color Monte cards.
Okay.
Yeah, so that I don't know if there's a difference in there. But if you're going for something that you want to purchase and just use in your walk around sets and stuff, I think this is pretty good.
Yep. However, I was just looking at the cards, right?
Yep.
Durability wise, I'm not sure if this would last for many, many performances because these cards have no borders and it's just basically blue, which means you'll get nicks on your cards really quickly.
Yeah, I think that is still, well, I guess the thing is being US $15,
You can just get it replaced.
Yeah, I would think that if you are using it enough to get like nicks and stuff in your cards, you probably can buy like
enough.
3 sets of it or something. So yeah, that's pretty okay, I think.
Alright. So
I would still say it's a recommended product, definitely. But if you're just playing around or you already have the Color Monte and you don't feel so much for this kind of modern presentations, then skip this.
all right.
Yeah.
So now the final verdict. How would you rate this over 10?
I would give it a 7 to 7.5-ish. Yeah,
okay.
I think it's a great product, decent product, especially.
I think it looks
for-
good, like honestly.
Yeah. And honestly, for the younger audience now who has not really seen the old Monte and stuff
Yeah.
before, this is a great
This would be a nice-
reintroduction to the premise as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's it for this particular review. Hope you guys enjoy it. And if you want to find the product, you can find all the links and stuff below. So yeah, stay tuned for the next review.
Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Mark.
My name is Adeline.
See ya.